Welcome, Valpo fans, to another edition of Valpo Basketball Weekly, brought to you by Lakeshore Bone and Joint Institute. I'm Aaron Levitt. Joining me today, the head coach of the Valpo women's basketball program, Mary Evans. Coach Evans, thanks for being here.
Aaron, thanks for having me.
The tournament preview edition of Valpo Basketball Weekly will touch on the upcoming conference tournament in a bit, but want to go back over the last couple of weeks, take a look back at the win at Bradley 2 weeks ago. Probably a little more exciting of a finish than you would have liked after being up big midway through the third quarter. Just talk about the fact how the team was able to kind of stay at it and absorb that Bradley run, and then obviously big player makes a big play late, Leah making the game-winning three.
Yeah, I mean, it was a great game. I thought we came out and played with a lot of intensity to start the game and played some really good basketball for the majority of the game, probably 26, 28 minutes. And then, they went on a run, and I think it was a combination of them, they started picking up their energy level. They started making some shots they weren't making earlier. I think we kind of lost our focus on defense from our standpoint of communicating, talking, some of the details we were doing early in the game defensively. And they came roaring back, and it got a little uncomfortable there for a couple minutes, but we made some plays when we needed to. We made some shots when we needed to. I know Nevaeh had a big and one late that helped us out, and then we were trying to go quick late there and let Leah try to attack and get something for us, and then kicked it out. And before I could get my time out, she got a three up and it went in, and it was just an exciting day. It's fun to watch a group of young women that have worked so hard all season long kind of be able to take that, play through it, and come out on the other side. And watching young people with those emotions is pretty special as a coach to see that.
Well, you talk about the emotions at the end of that Bradley game, and then 1 week later, you're playing Drake at home. You're down 20 midway through the third quarter. You're playing the co-leader in the Valley. I think it would have been easy maybe to say, well, let's save our energy for Saturday's game. This isn't looking too good. Just talk about the fortitude of the team to stand up and be like, no, we're going to continue to fight, and then fighting that last 15 minutes and coming back and eventually coming out with the victory.
Yeah, I mean, it was fantastic. I think, the majority of the timeouts in that second half, was talking about staying together and the adversity that we were facing, and can we get to the other side? And we've talked a lot about that. And I think at times this team has faced adversity, and we've kind of let that adversity beat us. And so the message was, can this be the day that we figure out how to work through it? Can we get through it? Can we stay strong together? Can we stay together through this adversity and not fall apart? And I thought they did a great job, and they didn't do anything. It wasn't anything crazy. It wasn't like a 15-0 run. It was just getting some stops and getting scores and slowly chipping away at the lead, and putting themselves in a position to do what Bradley did to us, right? To come back, to give yourself a chance to win the basketball game. And they did that. And we made some plays late. Layla had a big possession late and got fouled on it, put two free throws in. Then we had kind of an unfortunate foul on our end, hustle play where Nevaeh was kind of would look like it could have been a 50-50 ball, and she arrived a little later than Drake's player did, and she went to the line. And then Leah stepping up and making her free throws, and then us collectively getting a stop there late. So super excited for them, really happy for the seniors. That's something that they've wanted to do in their careers, beat Drake, and that was fun watching them get to celebrate that. And again, just watching that team, the energy, the emotions, it was a lot of fun, and still not quite sure exactly how it all happened, but really proud of the way they stuck together through that, and the effort and the energy they played with to finish off that game.
And your regular season finale at the Arc last Saturday, the result wasn't there, but do want to touch on the fact Leah breaks the career rebounding record for the Valpo program. I dare say probably not a lot of programs in the country where someone her height holds a career rebounding record. Just what does it say about the work she's put in it and her willingness to get in there and fight for rebounds, that she'll have a ball in the trophy case here at the Arc after she graduates?
Yeah, I mean, it's a testament to her work and her effort, and not just her work and her effort, but her ability to set goals. I think that's one thing that kid talks to me a lot about, and I want her to start sharing that with some of her younger teammates. But every year she's been in here, she's had goals that she wants to try to hit. She stays focused on them. It makes, I'm sure, it a lot easier for her to get in and do all the extra work that she does to be able to get there. But she's put a lot of effort, a lot of energy into getting better as a basketball player, into understanding what we're trying to do. And rebounding is a bit of a knack for her. She's a really good rebounder, was in high school. But that was one of her goals. And I think, she came out, she was able to execute on it. And I'm so proud of her for that individual goal. But I'm probably even more proud of her for the way she's led this team as a senior, and the legacy that she'll leave in that regard, I think will be much bigger than that rebounding record.
Ahead now, we've got the MVC tournament on tap this week, heading down to the Ford Center in Evansville for the first time. You guys are the 8 seed. You'll get to wear the home uniforms in that first round game against 9 seed Bradley. You got them twice in the regular season. What are the keys to a third win over the Braves?
Defensive intensity. Bradley's a really good defensive team. It's tournament basketball. You got to be good defensively when you go into the tournament. So we're going to have to be ready to go. They run a lot of ball screen action. We've got to be ready to switch aggressively, rotate in behind that, fly around, and finish possessions with rebounds. And offensively, everything that we do comes down to playing team basketball and sharing it. So if we can do that offensively, and we can play with the defensive mindset that we have for the majority of the second half of the conference season, I'm excited about our chances.
I assume those are probably along the lines of the same keys for you guys to make a run through the tournament.
Yes, I mean, I think for us, shooting the basketball well is a big key, and then taking care of the basketball offensively. I think our efficiency offensively, if we could take care of the basketball, would go up quite a bit. And then again, tournament basketball comes down to playing solid defense and finishing possessions with rebounds. And so we just need to be very disciplined as we go into this tournament. If we want to make a run, we've got to be disciplined to do our job, and we've got to be disciplined to play team basketball.
That run starts Thursday at noon against Bradley, with a win Friday at noon against Murray State. Saturday semifinal would be at 1:30 p.m. Sunday championship would be at 1 p.m. The first 3 games on ESPN Plus, the title game live on ESPN2. Coach Evans, thanks for joining me. Good luck in the tournament.
Thanks, Aaron.
This has been Valpo Basketball Weekly, brought to you by Lakeshore Bone and Joint Institute.